You know, everyone hypes their 20s like it's a golden age. Travel the world, start up your dream business, go out with friends every weekend. But what nobody told me is that sometimes your 20s will feel less like a Netflix coming of age movie and more like God handing you a PhD in survival without warning. The hardest truth I had to learn in my 20s is that life will not wait for you to be ready. You either grow up or you get left behind. And trust me, growing up before you are ready feels like an extreme sport. So stay with me because I'm going to tell you the whole story. And also the 3 things I wish I knew earlier that could have made the journey more easier. So while I was in the university, I thought that my biggest problem would be passing exams and finding cute outfits to go to class. So I didn't know I was about to be enrolled in school or life with no holidays. Losing my mom in my 20s was the first blow. 1 minute you're somebody's child, the next minute you're an adult by force. There is no manual for how to grieve and still remember to eat, attend lectures, or even smile at people without looking like you're crumbling inside. Then came Survivor. I remember days I had to braid people's hair, make people's hair just to feed in my hostel. You know those days where you calculate your transport fare and realize that, if I trek from gate to my hostel, I should be able to save this 200 naira to drink garri tomorrow. Yes, that was real life. It was very, very real for me. While everyone was busy enjoying their 20s, going out, traveling, exploring, I was busy calculating how I'm going to manage the feeding money that was given to me. But the funny thing is, the world doesn't stop for your grief and struggles. You still have to show up, whether you like it or not. You still have to submit assignments, and you still have to smile at that annoying class rep. Because if you don't keep moving, life will move without you. So what did I learn from all that? Here are 3 lessons that I believe every Nigerian woman in her 20s needs to hear, especially those of you that feels like life handed you the short end of the stick. So lesson number 1 is, you will not always get to choose when you grow up, but you can choose how you respond, if you understand what I mean. So I didn't get to choose losing my mom. Nobody gets to choose that. But I got to choose not giving up on my dream, despite the fact that I lost my mom. That meant braiding hair when I was tired, showing up to class when I wanted to cry, and learning to pour out my feeling and frustration to God through prayers. Even when I'm in anger and I'm in confusion, I still pray to God and ask Him to come and help me, because even the Bible said that we should cast all our cares. He cared for us. So that was what I was doing back then. So number 2 lesson I'm going to tell you is, your 20s are not about perfection. Stop seeking to be perfect in your 20s. Your 20s are not about perfection, but they're about building resilience as a person. So most times, social media will make you feel like you are behind because you don't have a car, you don't have a degree, you don't have a house, and a holiday in Dubai before 25. But your 20s are training grounds. Any small skill you learn now, whether it's budgeting, cooking with 500 naira, managing people, is preparing you for the bigger things later. So the 3rd lesson is that it is okay to admit that you are not okay. That you're a strong woman does not mean you should keep quiet when you're not okay, if you understand what I mean. Yes, I know that Nigeria has made us to become strong, so we romanticize being strong too much. Sometimes strength is not smiling through the pain. It's calling somebody, calling a friend and telling the person, please pray for me, I am tired. That is also a sign of somebody that is strong. It's letting God into the messy part of your story instead of pretending that you are fine. How can you pretend to your maker that you are fine? God that created you want to pretend to Him that you are fine when He knows that He see you. He knows that you know they're right. Baba God, our Father, He created the person that bettered us, so He knows when you are not all right. So stop being that strong. Stop claiming strength and allow God to carry your burdens for you. He worked for me back then. He worked a lot for me. There was a particular day. This is me trying to digress. There was a particular day. Then I've used the money my father sent to me, and I was so broke. I used the last money I had to buy a textbook, and I know go to my past saving you on that money because I used it to buy a textbook. You ask me what happened, and this I don't have several explanation. So when I use the money, I know that it's just me and my God. I know that it's me and Jim. You understand? So I've used the last 10 naira I had to drink pure water the previous day, and it was the next day. I stayed that next day, nothing. I was just turning on my bed, hungry. Then on Saturday, was it a Saturday? On Sunday, I'd already quench for bed. Like I don't have strength. I couldn't even go to church. The church in the campus. I could not walk to the church in the campus. I was so tired. I couldn't go anywhere. I just made a very silent, powerless, let's say silent, strengthless, because I don't have strength. I don't have physical strength as a person because I've not eaten for 2 days. I just made this very silent prayer as somebody that I don't have strength to even talk to God. The only prayer I made was, God, send helper. You see this thing I just said now? God, please send helper. That was all I need, and I slept off. Only for me to stay. My classmate just called me on phone and asked me, Onye, should I bring food for you? That she was at home and something told her to call me and ask me if I want food. They have food, a surplus food in their house for the weekend. Should she bring for me? I told her, they ask me, maybe bring food for me. You don't know that God, you don't know that you're my answered prayer. Bring that food. And the food she brought for me was not the food I ate on Monday and was satisfied. It was the food I ate for like a whole week. You see how God supplies for your need, even when your life remains 1%, God comes through for you because you cast your bodies to Him. So if you're in your 20s and things is not going as you planned, cast all your cares on God. God got your back. Forget what the people of this world they say. See God got your back, and He can never make you. He cannot fail you. I just want to tell you that, man. So finally, looking back, I realized that the hardest truth I had to learn in my 20s is that life will keep going. It's not going to stop for you. It will keep moving forward, whether you are ready or not. Sometimes I know it's not fair. Sometimes it's exhausting, but it's also the very thing that shapes you into the person you later become in your 30s and your 40s. I'm using myself as an example. That experience I had in my 20s shaped me into the person you are seeing today. The reason why I feel advise you as big sister is because I have gone through that in my 20s. If you're in your 20s right now and you feel like you're barely holding it together, I see you. I understand the days where you feel like you're strong only because you have no choice. I know the quiet pain of wishing you had time to just be young like everyone else, like your mates. But hear me when I say this, the version of you that will emerge from this season will be unrecognizable. Even you gone, no go recognize yourself. You'll be wiser, you'll be softer in the right places and stronger in the right ways. And one day, you will look back and see that God was carrying you through it all, even when you didn't feel it. I'm a living example. I'm a living testimony of what I'm telling you now. So if this video resonated with you, I want you to drop in the comment section, I am choosing to grow through this. Let's create a space where young women can be honest about the struggles in their 20s without shame. And if you're going through your own version of the hardest truth in your 20s, share your story. You never know who might find strength in your words. Don't forget to subscribe, because in my next video, I am sharing the Bible verse that changed my views on self-worth, that changed my views on how I see myself. My final advice for you is, you may not have chosen the storm, but you can choose to go in it. And one day, you'll be glad you did. I'm going to see you in the next one. Stay blessed.